Well, hello there. How is everyone? I hope you are all well. I just thought I'd do a quick video as we do have an update in the Jay Slater disappearance. Now, don't expect anything crazy, but there has at least been an update, so I thought I'd go through it with you and see what we think to it. This is an update by both kind of the family and the British and Spanish police. So here we go. So, we have this. So, Jay Slater update issued by Spanish police in search for missing teen. Jay Slater has now been missing for more than 3 weeks. We're heading towards a month in his disappearance in Tenerife. And while Spanish police have called off a search for the teen, they have said that they have not given up hope of finding him alive. So, they're kind of ignoring the multitude of other people who go missing, never to be seen again. Perhaps. Who knows? But we'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Spanish police say they have not given up hope in finding missing teen Jay Slater. Funny, considering they're not actually looking for him. But a source close to the case insisted investigators were not working on the basis Jay was missing, feared dead. So they're probably going with the Jay Mears version of events, where he's probably rubbing himself down with aloe vera, drinking rainwater out of leaves and chewing on undergrowth. And they have insisted they are still pursuing several lines of inquiry. What lines of inquiry? We know pretty much everything. So what could they possibly be looking at? Because they've said that the two people who were the last people to see him alive are no connection, if you like. They're irrelevant, and they've fucked off home, so they're not pursuing them, it seems. But lines of inquiry. Asked whether the investigation had moved on and police now had a clearer picture of what had happened to Jay, a spokesperson for Civil Guard said the investigation is ongoing and several lines of inquiry are being pursued. The 19-year-old Brit from Oswald Whistle, Lancashire, went missing 3 weeks ago after attending a rave in Playa del Americas, Tenerife, and eloping from said place with a convicted drug trafficker. But don't worry, the drug trafficker said he arrived alive and he left alive. So we've got nothing to worry about there. Swiftly moving on, his desperate family have been left frustrated by what they see as a lack of action by local cops. Don't worry, it's not a lack of action. They are investigating several avenues. Who called off official searches after 2 weeks. They are also baffled about why police ruled out two men who drove Jay to a remote Airbnb near the village of Masco so quickly. That's if he ever went there. A few people are discussing, and I absolutely agree. The last Snapchat picture of Jay wrapped in the looked like Aladdin's flying fucking carpet. How is that proof of anything? If I'd murdered someone and I wanted to make it look like they were possibly alive, I'd do a Snapchat picture of my feet. So we don't know, but look, they're in the UK now. They're in the UK, and again, as aforementioned, he came alive. He left alive. He left because he was looking for food with no money and no phone. Jay's dad, Warren, and brother, Zach, have been hiking through the treacherous mountain region where his phone last pinged themselves. And yesterday, July 8th, Warren pleaded with the British authorities to get involved and help find his son, but Lancashire police confirmed that their position has not changed and they will not be going out to aid in the search. British police tend to struggle to want to travel 30 minutes down the road, so sort of, 1,500 miles or whatever it is between the UK and Tenerife, you're going to be quite stretched to get them to do that. The force has previously offered to help find the missing teenager, but local cops declined the approach. Yesterday, the Mirror spoke to Warren in the village of Santiago del Teide in the shadow of the mountains where Jay went missing. He told how he had widened their search from Valley of Barranco de Juan Lopez, where Jay's phone last pinged, to the neighboring Los Carrizales Valley. I'm probably molesting these words. Bear with me. Warren said it would take an army 10 years to search all of the rugged mountainous terrain. If Jay got there in literally a few hours, why would it take the entire army 10 years to search? He'll be in walking distance of this B&B. If he arrived at this B&B, and indeed the story being pushed is that he walked away because he had the munchies, then they'll find him. If you're not finding him within walking distance of the B&B, he was never there. Or if he was there, he didn't walk from there. And told how they had been on 2 wild goose chases to abandoned buildings when they hoped Jay could be. They probably received the same email that I received with these barn buildings and things like that, saying that he was likely there. And this is the danger, you see. You get all these people saying this is where you need to check. And what do they do? What do the family do? Do they look? Do they not look? Who knows? Apprentice bricklayer Jay disappeared on the Spanish island on June 17th. He was last seen leaving an Airbnb in the north of the island. Apparently, that's not confirmed. That's what kind of they're saying happened. But whether that's right, I genuinely don't know. He was last seen leaving the Airbnb in the north of the island. Again, we say we don't know whether that's true or not. Close to the village of Masca, the teenager was on holiday with his pals Lucy, 18, sketchy as fuck, Brad Hargreaves, 19, equally as sketchy, and a bit illiterate, had previously been partying at the Papago nightclub in Playa de los Americas. He left the event with 2 British men, one of them being a convicted drug trafficker, to go back to the rented property for an after party where they just sleep, apparently. Warren said the family had still heard nothing from the Spanish police over the past few days, and they would like British officers to interview the 2 men who took Jay to the Airbnb. We need to, as her full family, do a proper press conference and ask the British authorities to help. He's a British citizen. Get Interpol involved, he said. And it just goes on from there. But I absolutely agree. I do believe that the last 2 people to see him alive, and he's not anywhere to be seen. And they've searched near this property, which kind of makes you feel that the story just ain't adding up. The math ain't mathin', as they say. It's just us. I haven't got a team. We need a team to come over. Hey, you've got money. The GoFundMe situation. You've got money, pay for a fucking team, or buy yourself some drones. I'll be talking about that in the next video. I haven't got a team. We need a team to come over and find out for us what the police are doing and what we need to do. Our hands are tied over here. Again, this same old, we're waiting. What are you waiting for? There is stuff you can do, and there's more that you can do. Our hands are tied. We need experts. How long can you stay here for? It'll take an army 10 years to cover all this. I'd employ a team of Gurkhas, Warren added. He said he couldn't understand why anyone would attempt to hike through the brambles and cacti. Exactly. I doubt that is what happened. And there was a rough path here. All I'm thinking is common sense. Would you try and walk through there? Where would have been today? You can see there's a hiker's path with proper stones. We've gone straight down and you end up in the village, he said, which a load of other people have said. You can walk kind of 30 minutes from there and probably hit civilization, if you like. The story's rubbish. The story's bollocks, and the police need to pull these 2 people in, especially the drug trafficker. But let me know what you think. That's the update. I'm out. See you in the next one.